Hello, my dear students of class 10. Welcome to the continuation of the lesson, The Diary of Anne Frank. Today, in this video lesson, we would cover up from page number 170 to 175. Thursday, 6 January 1944. Anne wrote that she wanted her mother to be an example and be a person whom she could respect. So on that day, Anne wrote in her diary how she wanted her mother to be a person whom she could respect. Okay, in the last class we have seen that how how the relationship between Anne and her mother was. It was not very smooth, right? So in her diary she wrote that she really wished her mother to be someone whom she could respect. She was happy with the physical changes occurring in her. Now Anne was growing up to be a slowly by slowly she was growing up to be a from a girl to a young woman. Okay, now she was happy that changes, okay, she was happy that changes could be seen in her body as well, physically. Okay, physical changes could be seen in her. She felt it was a nuisance whenever she got menstruation, but happily accepted it. So she felt that sometimes, see, it is completely normal, okay, for a girl to have her periods. Now even the same thing, even Anne, she felt that it was normal, it was completely okay, but sometimes she felt very uneasy, okay, very nuisance, like the uneasiness that the uneasiness that it creates when girls are having periods. So but at the same time she happily accepted the fact that her body is changing. Her need for someone to talk to in the annex brought her closer to Peter. Now in the annex, now you know that they have been hiding from the Germans inside the annex. They have been inside the four walls where they could see no one, where they could meet no one, right? So Anne felt, okay, the urge, the desire to talk with somebody, okay, of her own age. Okay, of course her parents are there, but she wanted someone whom she could share, okay, whom she could talk. And this desire, this urge made her come closer to Peter. But Peter was an introvert and shy. But Peter, in the meaning of introvert means people who are not very frank, not very open. Okay, so Peter was an introvert and he was a shy guy. He was not showing much interest towards Anne, but Anne decided to create friendship with Peter. So but even though Peter was not showing so much interest in Anne, but Anne, she did not give up. Okay, she decided that she would make a friendship with Peter. Now in the picture you can see Anne and Peter. Okay, this is the picture. Saturday, 15 January 1944. Each family inside the annex had their own stores of meats, oils, and potatoes. Her mother was quite unhappy with Mr. Van Daan and wished not to see his face, and wondered if people who share the same roof ends up fighting like that. So here, on Saturday, what happened? Anne's mother, okay, she was not very happy with Mr. Van Daan, and she wished, okay, Anne's mother, like she wished that she would never see his face. Whose face? Mr. Van Daan's face. So Anne, she was wondering, okay, that she was wondering if, like, what if people, those people, if they shared the same room and the same roof, ends up fighting like that. Every time what happens is when people share the same roof, when two people live under the same roof, they end up quarreling, fighting. So Anne was also wondering, okay, why. Thursday, 3rd February 1944. Everyone was talking about Allied invasion. Germans would let water from the sea into the country and flood it if Allied forces to invade Holland. Now here, everybody in the country was talking about the invasion of the Allied forces. That is the Allies, right? We have seen the Allied forces. Germans. Now these Germans, what they would do, they would let the water, okay, flow from the sea. Okay, they would open the bridge, the canal. They would open it from the sea and they would let the water from the sea to enter the country, and the Germans planned of flooding it, okay, flooding it if the Allied forces try to invade Holland. In that situation, how to escape was a challenge for all of them. So if in case it happened like that, if Germans flood the country with the water from the sea, how to escape, okay, how to escape out of the situation was a big challenge for all of them. Another striking question was that what would happen if the Germans make every day leave Amsterdam? They planned to make little bags for the money that they could be hidden in their clothes if they needed to leave their place in disguise. Sick and tired of all those topics, Anne decided to concentrate on her studies. So now this all the things that we have seen are just a thinking, okay, are just the thinking of Anne Frank, okay, like in her thoughts, she was thinking like another striking question. One question that was coming in her mind, okay, was what if the Germans allow the people to leave Amsterdam every day? So if it happens like that, Anne thought that they would plan to make little bags of money that could be hidden in their clothes if they needed to leave the place in disguise. In disguise means without showing their real identity, okay? Without showing their real identity. Sick and tired. Now thinking of all those things, Anne was really tired and she was really fed up, okay? So she decided that she will concentrate on her studies. Wednesday, 16th February 1944. That day, Anne went up to get some potatoes from the attic. Crossing Peter's room, Peter tried to stop her. Now that time, Anne, the day she went up to the attic, okay? Attic means the storeroom, okay? It's like a storeroom, store place, to get some potatoes, which was kept in the storeroom. Now, to reach the attic, Anne has to cross Peter's room. So as she was crossing Peter's room, Peter stopped her. When Anne was coming back, she asked him what he was doing and he wanted to see his work. They sat for a long hour and talked about the pictures of a movie star. Peter shared that those posters were his friends, and then realized why Peter always hugged Mousy, the cat, so tightly as he needed affection. So here, the time when Anne and Peter they were talking about each other, Peter showed Anne some posters, okay, and told her that this were his friends. So that time Anne realized why Peter always used to hug his cat, okay, that is Mousy. So this Anne realized that why Peter always hugs his cat. Why? Because he needed affection. Because even Peter needs affection, love, care, and affection.